it cannot be logically understood. It cannot be. It's way beyond logic. Our logic is very, very, very limited. And that's the message I'm trying to get across to you in this video. This system that we live in, this system, this structure that we were born into, that we've been conditioned and programmed by, is completely and entirely founded upon sharpening the intellect or the logic of each individual. I'm here to tell you that there are many, many more aspects and dimensions of this human existence than simply logic and intellectual understanding. See, the intellect is about dissecting life to try and understand the truth about this reality. But you cannot fully understand the truth of this reality, the ultimate truth of who you are on a deeper level and what this existence is all about, through the intellect. You cannot understand it through intellectual understanding, through logical deduction. Pay close attention, because this video could open up more dimensions of life for you to begin to experience, rather than just trying to logically understand everything. For example, one aspect of this being is intuition, or your gut feeling. Sometimes you just know what to do, or you feel like you know what to do. Sometimes you follow that feeling and other times you don't. Usually when you follow that feeling, sometimes it may be scary, but life blossoms. There are wonderful results when you follow your intuition. But a lot of times when you don't follow it, there's a tough lesson to learn. So sometimes that's necessary as well. But that's just another aspect of this life. And a quick activity that you can do to help you realize that this life is beyond logical understanding is to focus on something outside of yourself. Focus on like a leaf or anything around you. If you're inside of a house, focus on, let's say, your phone. Focus on your hand. Focus on something, any object. It can be anything for, let's say, 10 seconds. So I want you to do that really quick. Before you leave this video, do that really quickly. Focus on something for about 10 seconds, and then I will come back and have you do the next half of this experiment. All right, so go ahead and get your eyes laser focused onto something, and I will let the video go for about 10 seconds. Okay, right now I want you to focus on the person you call I. Again, focus on the person you call I. You can close your eyes if you would like. So there is a dimension of you, of who you are, that is beyond the mind, beyond the body. This is what we call consciousness or awareness. See, you are aware that you have a mind, right? Even in the language you use, you'll say my mind. If it's your mind, that means you are in possession of it. If you are in possession of something, is it you? The thing you are in possession of, say you're in possession of your phone, you say my phone. Is your phone you? No, you would say, no, my phone's not me, it's mine. So your mind is like the same. It's not you. Your thoughts are not you. But most people have come to this state where they believe subconsciously that their mind is them. Whatever thought patterns and stories are going in the mind, people think this is me. I am the mind. And then definitely the body as well. You look in the mirror, you say, this is me. I am the body. Our face is what we identify with. Our mind, our thought patterns is what we identify with. But when you no longer identify with the body, with the mind, you realize that there's a higher dimension of life within you that is the awareness, that is consciousness. Now, this is a non-physical aspect of your being. So how can you logically deduce a non-physical aspect of life? You can't. You can only bring it into your experience. So you can logically deduce all types of things. You know, this is why we have microscopes. We look through the microscopes and we label every single different part of the cell of whatever we're looking at. We just label everything to try to come to an understanding of what it is. We have CERN, where they're smashing particles together to try and learn more about this existence. When you were in school, in science class, you would cut open worms to learn more about the worms. But see, the ancients, they knew that you could never understand reality through logical analysis. They knew this. In order to understand reality, you have to turn inwards. What does this mean, to turn inwards? Well, your entire life, your attention has been directed outside of yourself. See, I always say this, your attention is your superpower. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is constantly directed on things outside of you, on external stimuli, which it is, then that's all you will know. You only know your 5 senses. You're constantly directing your energies outside of you. So the ancients, the yogis, the sages, the saints, the mystics, the rishis, they would turn their attention inwards through meditation. And they would start to experience deeper dimensions of life that we cannot understand with the intellect. See, another aspect of this could be plant medicines, such as mushrooms or DMT. And I'm not recommending anything on this channel. I'm just saying, through these experiences, you can reach states that are way beyond logical understanding, to the point where science just says it's hallucination. But people will tell you who've been through these experiences, including myself, that what you experience in these states is way too real. It's extremely real. It's realer than this reality when you're in these states. And it cannot be logically understood. It cannot be. It's way beyond logic. Our logic is very, very, very limited. And that's the message I'm trying to get across to you in this video. The logic is extremely limited when it comes to knowing what this life is, because this life is way beyond logic. Just look at your body. Look at the intricacy of how this was created. Your brain, how intricate it is. The trillions of cells in your body, the atom, the sun in the sky, a tree, a blade of grass. You could never know what it is in its entirety. You never could. You could study it, you could label it, you could come to all types of conclusions about it, but the core of what it is, where it emerged from, what it emerged from, can you really truly know what this is through math equations, through trying to logically, mentally understand it? No, you cannot. The ancients, they knew that you must seek within yourself. You must close off the 5 senses in order to experience something beyond the 5 senses. Does this make sense to you? With that being said, that's all for this video. I'll probably go deeper on this topic in other videos, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Give this video a like and leave a comment below. It helps get this information out to more people. So with that being said, much peace and love. I'll see you in the next video.